All right, well, welcome back. You know what time it is. I have, this is going to be somewhat of a special report too. And I have one, I'm going to play a series of videos for you, okay? So you have to be kind of patient with this one. But I'm going to give you the question already up front, okay? The question that I have for you is Donald Trump versus P. Diddy or Puff Daddy. Who's worse? That's the main question. So I'm going to play a series of videos for you. Let's be patient with this one, and let's get into the very first one. This is a fresh report of what's going on today with the Donald Trump's hush money case. We'll be right back. Just listen in.
A criminal trial against former President Donald Trump, and Cohen is now back on the stand for his fourth day of testimony. The former president and the prosecutors getting the chance now to question Cohen, not the president, clearly, the prosecutors, as the defense team for Trump concludes its cross-examination. Just a short bit ago, the prosecutor
has now been resolved, Kira, because both sides have stipulated that the photo can come in. That basically spares prosecutors from having to bring up that C-SPAN witness all over again to get that photo into evidence. But critically, Kira, that little spat revealing some of the defense's case. Attorney Todd Blanche, Trump's attorney, told the judge that they are prepared to rest essentially within minutes of prosecutors resting their case, saying that they have just two short witnesses that they plan to call and then they will rest their case. And of course, what that seems to indicate without saying it is that Donald Trump is not going to testify as part of this trial. Now we will wait, of course, for Todd Blanche to...
All right, so to complete that real quick, the prosecutors rested their case today in Donald Trump trial on charges of falsifying business records, and defense attorneys began questioning their own witnesses ahead of closing arguments. So that's basically the conclusion today. Now let me bring you up to speed with what's going on with why are we comparing this to Puff Daddy. It's kind of wild. Actually today, they talked today about a biopic of Donald Trump coming up in which he was described as an rapist. If you know what I mean, we don't want to say that word on YouTube. Okay, so now let's talk about P. Diddy. This is the report that broke out over the last 48 hours or so with Puff Daddy. Here we go, directly from CNN. Oh, sorry. Let's do this all over again. Let's go.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video. There is no audio. According to the complaint, Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye, which, according to the lawsuit, prompted Ventura to try and leave the hotel room. The surveillance video obtained by CNN begins as she enters the hallway. The complaint says as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Miss Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her.
Do you mind if I come in?
No. That's okay. That's okay. But you need to hear the full thing, okay?
All right.
At least the audience needs to hear it. Yeah, it's not that long.
Complaint goes on to say he grabbed her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her. Music mogul.
All right, so that's the first part of it, right? But then in the like yesterday, about 24 hours ago, he tendered an apology. I'm gonna play that very short apology for you real quick.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
All right. So there we have it.
To answer your question,
Donald Trump versus Puff Daddy. Who's worse? Take your time. Take your time, please.
well, I have pondered over this. Donald Trump is worse. But they both are liars. They both are liars. Initially, when that Hollywood access tape surfaced in those days, you remember Donald Trump denying. But later, when they saw, from what we have now learned from the current litigation in New York, in Manhattan, district attorney's prosecution, later, Donald Trump came back to apologize. In the case of Puff Daddy, he denied. He was in denial. So they both are liars. That is a common denominator there. But this Puff Daddy came back and apologized and even acknowledged that he needs the grace of God and forgiveness of the people and God. In the case of Donald Trump, he was asked, have you ever had cause to ask God for forgiveness? He said, what did he do? Oh, yes.
All right, that's not, I don't know if that's funny, but that's weird.
That is weird. So who among us is not, has no weakness?
What did I do?
All of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory. So that is why I said Puff Daddy is better than Donald Trump. Donald Trump will lie and lie and lie and deny and deny and deny. He will double down.
But then would Puff Daddy ever admit if it wasn't caught on tape?
But that is where you find that he is a more penitent individual personality than Donald Trump. Even when Donald Trump was caught on tape, he was still lying. Clearly, he had done things to women. And what did he do? Always in denial and blaming the victims. Here, you find somebody who is genuinely penitent. Am I in that position to grant him what he wants? To say that go and sin no more? Perhaps. But let us leave that for the pontiff, the pope, and men in long castles. But in this case, I find him a better person than Donald Trump and Rupert Murdoch.
Wow. All right, we're going to leave it at that. We want to ask the audience that same question, okay? Donald Trump versus Puff Daddy. In your opinion, who's worse? Okay, we do have one more story that we want to cover today. You're going to like this next segment. We'll be right back.